Cultural Ambassador.
Summer vacation is over. Did you all have an unforgettable vacation?
Teacher, I slept well every day.
I went to all kinds of classes every day. It was so tiring.
I didn't do anything special. Summer vacation was so boring. I'd rather go to school.
Teacher, I visited my grandma in Vietnam with my mom this summer vacation. This was my first visit to Vietnam.
Oh, Peggy, do you want to share your trip to your grandma's home in Vietnam with us?
Sure. My mom is a Vietnamese. After she got married in Taiwan 10 years ago, she only went back once. This summer vacation, Mom said that I was finally old enough. She decided to take me back to Vietnam. I was really happy because that was my first time visiting my grandparents. In the early morning that day, Dad drove me and Mom to the airport. We had lots of luggage with us. It was also my first time flying abroad. I felt nervous but excited. 3 hours later, the plane landed. When we walked out of the airport, I saw a stranger waving to me and my mom. He turned out to be my uncle. Uncle led us to take the bus, then took the rickshaw. It was my first time taking a rickshaw. It was so new to me. There are a lot of bicycles in Vietnam. The scenery is a little similar to that in Taiwan, but not all the same. We stopped in front of a 2-story house. That's my grandparents' house. It's also the place where my mom grew up. Though it was my first time meeting my grandparents and I didn't understand most of their words, I still felt very warm around them and nothing like a stranger there. They hugged me really tight. Grandma prepared a wonderful dinner with a lot of dishes I've never seen. The most impressive one was called balut. I was too scared to eat it, but Mom seemed to miss it a lot. She had 3 in a row. On the second day, Grandma took me to the market. Probably because it was too hot then, I had some mouth ulcers. Grandma picked a magical herb beside the road and applied it to my mouth. The next day, I felt so much better. It was like magic. My cousins took me out and played with the kids in the neighborhood. Although we spoke different languages, we still had a lot of fun. They even took me to the water puppet show. Uncle also took us to the floating market. The vendors put all kinds of stuff on the boat and sailed along the river to sell their goods. When customers waved to them, they would stop by the shore and do their business. It was my first time seeing this. It was all very interesting to me. 1 week went by pretty fast. Mom and I had to go back to Taiwan. I don't know when I can go back to Vietnam again. Grandma has told me that even though I live in Taiwan, Vietnam is still my home. She wanted me to visit them more often. When we were saying goodbye, she was holding my hands, crying hard with red eyes. That made me cry too. I promised Grandma that I would visit her often, and I hope that one day she and Grandpa can come to Taiwan together. I want to take them to my favorite night market. That is my first experience of spending my summer vacation in Vietnam. Wow. So cool!
Awesome.
I'm so jealous. You have 2 homes, one in Taiwan, the other in Vietnam. Yes, I'm proud to have 2 cultural backgrounds.
Peggy, which country do you prefer, Vietnam or Taiwan?
I like them both because they're all my homes.
Do you speak Vietnamese?
Just a little bit.
It seems that everyone is so curious about Peggy's home in Vietnam that they have a lot of questions to ask her. Peggy, would you like to be the cultural ambassador so you can introduce more about your home in Vietnam? You can share more Vietnamese culture and customs with your classmates. Even teach them some simple Vietnamese.
Introduce Vietnam to everyone. Yes, I do. I'll learn more Vietnamese from my mom.
Great!
Hi, everyone. I'm Peggy. Because my dad is Taiwanese and my mom is Vietnamese, everyone calls me the new Taiwanese. Actually, I don't like this title. I'm just like everyone else. I was born and raised in Taiwan. I belong here. Please don't look at me differently. I feel really lucky to have 2 different cultural backgrounds. I hope I can be a good cultural ambassador and introduce everything about my second home to people in Taiwan.